views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hello and welcome to Bello's Fashionistas Home Edition. I am your host, Fleriser Bello. It is a pleasure to have you join us on this beautiful afternoon. We trust that you and your loved ones are well and staying safe. In today's Bello's Fireside Chat conversation, we'll welcome former Bello's Fashionistas team member, jewelry designer, and founder of Dusk and Rubies, a high-quality jewelry company that focuses on creating custom pieces, jewelry that is accessible, fun to wear, and makes their clients feel good. In 2020, Dusk and Rubies created the Three Hearts bracelet with hopes to spread the importance of self-love, self-worth, and self-value in young girls and women everywhere. Please join me in welcoming former Bello's Fashionistas team member and Italiana, Danielle Rufrano. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's so great to have the team back together again and just to get to sit here and talk with you.
It is a pleasure, Danielle, to have you back at Bello's Fashionistas Now TV. I know that when we started in 2014, it was a fashion blog then, and everyone, Danielle, was one of our editors and also writers. So she was able to write incredible pieces, not only on her jewelry line, but also on For Guest of a Guest. And she's an incredible writer. It's so good to be able to reconnect after so many years.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we met back in 2014. It's just so wonderful to see the women in your life grow and continue to inspire and just on their journey to keep on becoming. So it's wonderful to keep on reconnecting.
Absolutely. And we've never lost touch. Thank God for social media that keeps us together. Everyone, Danielle is, she's not Latina, but she's Italian. But let me tell you something. We baptized her in the beginning to be a Latina. And not only that, she's married to an incredible Puerto Rican husband. So there, that makes her Danielle Rufrano Morales, everyone. So thank you. So welcome. Danielle, for those that do not know you, tell us more about yourself and what it is that you do.
So my name's Danielle, and I own a small business, a small jewelry company called Dusk and Rubies. I'm completely self-taught. I went to school for secondary education and English language arts, and I graduated from Stony Brook as well as St. Joseph's College. I got my master's in liberal studies, and I'm now going back to school for an MFA in creative fiction. I love storytelling and creating and working with my hands. So Dusk and Rubies is really all of those things. I love to make people feel empowered and valued. Through Dusk and Rubies, I was able to kind of combine all the things I love, letting people feel valuable, feel valued, as well as storytelling and creating something with my hands.
Tell us more about Dusk and Ruby and why Dusk and Ruby.
One of our values for Dusk and Rubies is that it is high quality materials. We use luxury items like semi-precious stones. I make all of the tassels handmade, and they're 100% cotton. We use 100% silk thread. We use sterling silver so that it doesn't tarnish and it's long lasting. We use 14 karat gold. So we did a lot of research. I did a lot of research on materials because I wanted to give quality and make quality accessible and affordable and have fair pricing. It was really important for me to be able to produce a product that I could stand behind, that I felt like had authenticity and quality, while also being a really fair price point for the consumer and for the girl who wants to wear it. It's something, I have pieces that some girls have worn all summer long and they look just as great as they did when they first received it in the beginning of summer, to going to the beach and just all the living that life has to the end of summer. So that's really what I wanted to create, were pieces that will stand the test of time in a sense. I just wanted to create pieces that had quality but also were fairly priced.
How has Dusk and Rubies shifted in empowering young girls and women?
I find it really important that we look at our occupations as more so a vocation. Like, it has a purpose, a higher purpose, that we're trying to give back to our communities. You know, I'm a teacher, so I feel like I constantly want children to feel valued in the classroom and valued in their education. And so with my jewelry company, I wanted to continue that mindset of women feeling valued. And so I kept asking myself, you know, how can I do this? You know, where's the pathway forward in this? Because it was something really important to me. And the Three Hearts bracelet was born, I mean, of a million stories, and not just my own, from a million conversations over coffee, in the car, on the couch, with friends, that I felt like so many of my conversations with women tend to center around someone not feeling good enough. And so I designed this bracelet as a reminder. I wanted all the women in my life to have a piece of armor that they could wear to remind themselves of just how amazing they truly are. So when they wake up in the morning and they put it on, they think, I love me, which brings me to the video campaign that I did, of a bunch of women, amazing women, saying that they love themselves. And it wasn't an easy task for many. And that was kind of the point, that we're not used to thinking or saying out loud that we love ourselves. And I found that to be problematic, because if we could just start our day with love, I think it would open so many doors. So I designed this bracelet in mind. It has 3 hearts, very symbolically. Each heart represents loving yourself for different parts of your life. So the first heart represents loving yourself and your past. The middle heart represents loving who you are right now today. And the third heart represents loving who you are becoming, or who you have become, dependent on your self-love journey. And so I wanted women to have something that they could wear that was this visual reminder. Like, even when something's not going right, they're having a bad day, something seems to be hindering them from their success or from getting where they want to go, they have this physical reminder that it's going to be okay, that they love themselves, and with that alone, that there's so much that they can conquer.
Why should people focus in the future versus focus in the past, and as they work in the present for themselves?
My response for why self-worth and self-love is so important, and it's not really a simple response, but in a simple sentence, is that I feel if a woman feels like she has value and worth, then she won't feel limited. She won't let someone belittle her or put her down. She won't be doubtful in her abilities. And then because of this, she may have some doubt, but if deep down she knows that she loves herself, then she's going to have the confidence to seek out these opportunities. So I'm just trying to change the language in which we talk about ourselves and with ourselves and of ourselves, because I feel like if we do start in a place of acceptance and love, that we can move forward in the best way for us. And the reason why I want to focus on the present and acknowledge the future and the past is because we can only control what's right in front of us.
Mhm.
We can think about the past, but we can't change it. We can think about the future, but it hasn't happened yet. So the real part that we should be focusing on is, what can we do right now in this moment? Well, in this moment, I can say I love myself.
Dusk and Rubies is a jewelry line. Where did the birth of empowering young girls and women come about?
I thought it was important because I felt like if young girls knew this early on, you know, they may feel if people feel valued in their lives, like they might not feel valued at work, if they don't feel valued in their relationship, maybe they don't feel valued in their family, maybe they don't feel valued in their friendships, that's definitely an issue. But what can we change? Sometimes we can't change other people, but we can change ourselves. So starting with knowing that I have value in a young girl's mind kind of keeps her away from those scenarios of where she's not valued, or allows her at least to see the difference. So she can say, I know how I deserve to be treated. This is not how I'm being treated. So I'm going to have to figure out, this is not worth it or not for me, and kind of move on to something better.
Tell us more about the creation of the Three Hearts bracelet.
It's for anybody. So any person in your life who you feel like you could buy it for yourself, but it's a great gift. If you see someone who's struggling, or you see someone who just needs that little gentle reminder, or is going through a road bump or a challenging time, I wanted something that could equip a woman to see this physical item and just be gently reminded, no, it's going to be okay. I'm worth it. I love myself. I have value, and then keep on moving. The other part is that each bracelet comes with that mantra card. So it's something that they can put on their mirror or keep in their car, and they can say it out loud to themselves or just repeat it in their mind. So it gives them that little extra courage. And that comes from, my love of storytelling, my love of writing, but also like the authentic piece. Like, this is something that I would tell myself, or want to tell, my future daughter, or want to tell my best friend. And there are often times where I have said that, or felt like those were the right words to say. No, you have value. You have to know your value. You have to know that you have worth. And right now, they're not treating you like you do. So how do you rectify that situation?
We will take a quick break, and when we return, Danielle will discuss how Dusk and Rubies has shifted into a movement that empowers women and spreads the importance of self-love. Don't go anywhere.
We built a media network for you.
BronxNet TV.
Come learn in your new state-of-the-art studios at Lehman College.
At Mercy College.
And coming soon to the South Bronx in the Hub.
Inspire with your stories, culture, history.
Your Bronx on BronxNet.
Engage with us.
Connect with us at your channels and at BronxNet.tv.
Learn, engage, inspire. BronxNet TV.
From the Bronx
to the world.
BronxNet.
Welcome back. Danielle, how has Dusk and Rubies mobilized the importance of self-worth to young girls and women?
Well, I feel like it's been in the works for a very long time. It's kind of a story that I've always told myself from a very young age. I think it's something that has been ingrained in me by my parents. I'm going to give them credit for that I always felt like I had value and worth. And I noticed in a lot of my conversations with women and girls that they didn't feel the same way about themselves. And I was trying to find a solution or find a way to remind women. So I had first created the bracelet because I wanted women to know that they deserve to be treated with the utmost respect and care, and to have something that would remind them of this. And then I thought about doing a video, and I was, can I do it? Is this gonna work? How is it gonna be received? I was really nervous, and I was thinking about it for months. And then I finally said to myself, you know what? Just do it, because it's your vision. Believe in yourself. The same exact message that I'm trying to send, I told myself. And so I put out an open casting call through social media, and I asked for anyone who's interested in being part of this video and this movement to empower other young girls and other women. And I had a great response, and a bunch of women decided that they would want to do it. And I had them film themselves in vertical saying 3 simple words: I love me. And it became so much more than what I ever thought it could be. I was entranced by all of the comments and feedback I was getting, even just from the women who were a part of it, so many were like, this was so much more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Others had said it opened up conversations between them and their daughters about what it means to love themselves and if they do or if they don't in the moment. Other women had said, I'm doing this for future generations because I want them to feel this way about themselves. So in essence, my empowerment, it felt like it came back tenfold, and I was also equally empowered by creating this video. And then the campaign went out, and it was just really well received, and I felt like it was everything that I envisioned it to be, because I was hoping that a woman who did see it would see all of these women of all different ages, from like 4 years old all the way up to, we won't tell anyone their ages, but that they had this positive relationship with themselves. And I was hoping that it would inspire more women to want to have this relationship with themselves as well. So I started with the bracelet, and then was helped by all these amazing women to create this video campaign that I was really proud of and that they're really proud of. And then of course the mantra card. And the mantra card is key, because not only does, you get this beautiful bracelet made with wonderful materials, high quality materials for a very affordable price. And not only does it give back to a charity, but there's this belief that comes with it. There's this story that comes with it. There's this mantra to help someone who, maybe they're not far along in their self-love journey. Maybe they need that extra push, that extra guidance. And I wanted to create a mantra that anyone could say. And I feel like if you say a mantra enough, these words become powerful. These words become a magic. These words can become a truth. So this mantra card is there for women to fall back on. If they're having that bad day, or if they're having that bad week, or if something is having them question or doubt themselves, they have this mantra that they can say and speak into existence. So it has been a whirlwind. It's been really exciting, but then at the same time, I feel like I've been creating this my whole life, because it is very real to me and very much the story of my relationship with women since I was very young to now.
It is very powerful when one repeats, I love myself. And you were able to share how some of these ladies and young girls had that hesitation when they said that. Why, how did they go about believing that they love themselves?
I took as many takes as they wanted. And to be honest, it takes a couple of times, I think, for anyone to say, I love me. All right, I love me, sure. And then they said it again, I love me. And all of a sudden it landed a bit. And then they said it again, I love me. And then there's this belief. So that repetition, back to that mantra card, that saying something over and over again can become true, can become a part of you. And that's really important to remember. The stories that we tell ourselves are sometimes the stories we believe. Mm-hmm. So think about, what is the story you're telling yourself about yourself? Are you speaking about yourself in kind words? Are you speaking about yourself with love and grace? Because if you start your day off with saying negative things about yourself, that's what you believe. So we want to change that conversation. It may sound silly. Some people may be like, oh, that sounds silly. I don't know if I could do that. And it might feel silly at first, and that's okay. But then eventually it's going to become a part of you, and you're going to believe it. And believing that you love yourself is going to open up so many doors and opportunities and allow you to pick and choose, what's good for your life, so that it goes in the direction that you want it to go in.
That is so true, especially when you repeat something and you kind of intake it, because it's something inside that moves in each one of us, that it really creates a change and a shift. And shifting the mindset to believe that you could do something to believe that you are and have value as an individual is very powerful. So what a way to be able to repeat a mantra, I love myself, where people could be able to understand and be sensitive and caring to themselves. You said something very important. If you don't believe something, you're not going to be able to be that. So thank you so much for sharing those words. Why is it important for young girls and women to feel self-value and worth?
I think it's always been important. I think it's always been something I felt was important, but it maybe wasn't in the forefront. I feel like there's so many movements now that are highlighting the importance of women and women causes. And I felt like I wanted to continue the conversation, and I wanted to continue it in a way that was, okay, I've seen this problem. How can we find a solution and be very solution based? So I wanted to empower through this sense of loving oneself, because I really do feel like it starts with, what can I control? There's so many things in life we can't control, but what can we control? Whether I love myself or not, that's something I can work on. That's something that can help me have a better day-to-day experience, help me have better relationships with people, help me to be the best family member, help me to be the best partner, because I'm going to be the best me for me. So I think it's always been important. I just think right now it is such a pivotal time for us to get these stories out there, and I really wanted to share this one because I felt like it was really, really important for women to hear.
How did the process begin for you to contact these nonprofit organizations such as Girls Inc., and how were you able to share with them this idea?
This was something I've wanted to do for a while. I've wanted to give back, and I've wanted to donate, and I wanted to donate specifically to an organization that helped women and young children and young girls. And I did some research, and I talked with a few friends who were also donating to different charities on Long Island, and I found Girls Inc. And I kind of thought it was kismet and perfect, because one of the schools that they help majorly, and one of the schools that runs their program, is a school that I attended. So I went to Patrick Medford High School, and that's one of their biggest programs is in that high school. So I felt like it kind of came full circle, that's where I felt like I received a really great education there, and now I'm giving back to where I got my high school education from.
What's next for Dusk and Rubies and this movement?
I just want to continue to empower as many women as possible. So to work with as many people to kind of get this out there and get this mantra, this thought of self-love out there. I'm hoping to create another video and include even more women and women who want to be a part of it. So there's a lot, because there's a lot of work to be done, I feel.
For more information about your movement, Danielle, where can people find more information?
Through our social media account, we're very active, and you can watch the video there. You can interact with other women at Dusk and Rubies.
Where can you be contacted?
You can contact me through my website at duskandrubies.com. You can contact me through my social media account on Instagram. That's at Dusk and Rubies as well.
Thank you so much, Danielle, for joining us today. It is a pleasure to have you at Bellas Fashionistas.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been wonderful, and I love talking to you always.
Thank you so much. The feeling is mutual. Thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure to follow us on social media at Bellas Fashionistas TV and our media partner at BronxNet TV. To watch more of our programming, please visit our websites at bellasfashionistas.com and our media partner at bronxnet.org. Please be safe. Have a great day.